Oh, I didn't see you there. It's definitely been a while. Today I thought it would be really fun to do a shoe tour. I love shoes, and I'm assuming if you clicked on this video that you love shoes too. So I thought it would be fun to do a tour of my shoes, broken down into categories, and then from there I thought it would be helpful to give a rating on the frequency of how often I wear these shoes, when I got them, as well as their comfort level. Hopefully it gives you some insight into these shoes if you have been thinking about getting any of the pairs. Without further ado, grab yourself a cup of tea or coffee, light a candle for ambience, and let's get into it. I was thinking about whether I should save the best for last or do the best first. I have a weak spot for boots. First boots that I'm going to talk about are my Doc Marten 1460s. These were the first pair of Doc Martens that I ever got. I got them in black leather and I got them brand new in London. I don't remember the exact shop. It could have very likely been a original Doc Martens store. I also got these quite long ago. I would say I got these in 2011 perhaps, and I wear these an absolute ton. So I would say on a frequency level, I have worn these. These are high on the frequency because they go with everything. They are great for any kind of holiday or festival or rain. Wear them in summer with just a dress. I will never get rid of these classics. Because they're such a classic, I hold on to them forever. Comfort rating for these shoes, I will give them a 9 out of 10. The reason why it's only a 9 out of 10 is just because that initial stage of needing to break these in was absolute hell. I got a chafing on my leg from this inside part. It was a difficult ride. I even considered driving them over with a car because I thought maybe that would just make the leather soften quicker. But once they did break and I just wore like really thick socks and wore them a lot whenever I could, then they broke in really easily. So yeah, it's just a commitment, but well worth it because they're damn comfortable now. The next shoes are my Doc Marten Vegan Jaden Cherry Reds, Jaden 2 or Jaden double I don't really know what that means. I just thought they were just the regular Jaden Cherry Reds. These are the vegan leathers. As you can see, there is some scuffing on the toe of the shoe, and I think naturally just from like wear and tear, the pigment of the faux leather it's doing a sort of like an ombre thing, which I was initially kind of annoyed about, but I actually don't mind it now. It kind of gives a cool effect. I got these in London again. This was in 2018. These were on my wish list forever, and I wear these all the damn time. In fact, I took this shoe off my foot because I was wearing it right now, and I would say these are in ties with my 1460s. These are my most worn shoes in my wardrobe, just considering from 2018 till now. I also wear these with everything. There isn't like a set occasion that I wear these to. I wear these super chilled with yoga pants and a hoodie, or dress them up and go to like a formal event. I also wear them in winter, summer. There is no set occasion. I love them. And in terms of comfort, I'm going to give these a 10 out of 10 on comfort level because I never had a single issue with breaking them in. They were super easy to break in, no pain whatsoever. They might be a little bit on the heavier side, but I think that's something that you just have to accept when you want chunky shoes. Like, you're not gonna be walking on air. But in terms of a chunky shoe, I'm gonna give them a 10 out of 10. They've never given me blisters. I've worn them to festivals. I've worn them walking across the entire freaking town of London. I've worked shifts in them. The only reason why I'm giving them a 10 over my 1460s is because they just didn't give me that headache in the beginning when I initially had them. Next up are these little Harley Davidson vintage leather ankle boots. These are 100% from the 90s. I can kind of tell by the square toe and this like chunky heel. These are real leather. I got them in Cape Town from a shop called Vintage and the City, or Vintage in the City. It's like a vintage online shop. These are super cool. I absolutely love them. I think I got them in 2020. think I got these in 2021 if I'm not mistaken. I think these are such a classic shoe, like you can't go wrong. I wear these usually when I'm trying to look a little bit more elegant, a little bit more put together. It's a great alternative to a Doc Marten because I was pretty much just wearing Doc Martens all the time. So when I found these, I was like, these are absolutely perfect. I love them and they just go with everything. Personally, I don't love them with pants. I think they look much better with skirts and short skirts and dresses. Frequency, I would say I wear these on a medium frequency because I only really wear them on weekends or if I'm going out. I would say comfort level, these are like a 9. They were obviously already broken in when I bought them, but they feel more like a heel when wearing them, and that's something that maybe like I'm just not very used to. So I'm gonna give these maybe I'll give them an 8.5. But yeah, these are super cute and love them. Okay, next up we have got these patent leather pointy ankle boots that are kind of like a cowboy style. I'm sorry if these are looking a little dusty at the moment. I did wear them to a wedding which was on a wine farm, so might have a little bit of dust still on them. So these shoes I got in 2019 in London from Topshop, and let me just say these shoes are an absolute bitch to walk in. They hurt. They hurt so bad. My feet cry. They hate me when I wear these. I hate me when I wear these. I love how they look. They're gorgeous. They give such a cool like witchy, edgy aesthetic, and I'm here for it. And that's why I will continue to try and wear these. However, I know that my doom is ahead when I wear them because they are bloody painful. Because they're so sore, the frequency of wear it's pretty low. I probably wear these once or twice a year. Always for an event, never just for fun, never because I'm like, this outfit is really calling to these shoes. Nope, I will go for any other shoe besides this shoe. But I love how it looks, great for styling videos and for those odd occasions where you are sitting most of the night. These next ones are super old. I got these really long ago. I might have even got them in like 2011. They're just a ankle boot with a little zip, a chunky platform, and these are from Cotton On, and I got them in 2011. So they are quite old, but they're still in pretty good shape for being that old. It's probably because I don't wear them so often. They give me that early 2000s vibe, which I'm not entirely sure about. There's something about them that I do like, and I think it's the silver zip. So I'm holding on to them for that occasion where I'm like, those shoes will work with this outfit, or I just feel like wearing them. I don't wear these super often at all. I haven't worn them in a couple of years, but like I said, I've got a gut feeling that I'm going to reach for them at some point. I don't want to sell them because I just feel like I might regret it and be irritated with myself. These I would rate comfort level wise. I'm gonna give these a 6 out of 10. They're not very comfortable at all, but they're not uncomfortable either, but they will start to hurt after a long night of walking around. And also, if you're just not used to like the intense heel, you probably are gonna have a little bit of a sore foot when you take them off. Last in the boots category, we're ending off super strong with the Demonia Shaker 500s. These are from Demonia. I ordered them online, I ordered them new, and I really love these shoes. I like to wear these. These are more of a winter shoe for me because I live in Cape Town and we have intensely hot weather during the summertime, so it's not the best for hot weather, but they are actually amazing in winter because of the fact that they are so long on the leg. They're actually a surprisingly comfortable shoe. I would give these a 7 for comfort because they're such a platform. They're actually very stable. And however, I unfortunately do not wear these super frequently. I would like to. I have it in my mind that this winter my mission is to wear these out more often. I really want to style them in a more casual way that just feels very effortless. Baggy pants, a hoodie, babies on instead of skimping out on the shoe, if that makes sense, or feeling like I need to get really dressed up in order to justify wearing shoes like this, which I don't know why I feel like that, but I kind of just do. They really are like a dream shoe. The only thing is that I did have one bad experience where I went out to a restaurant and they had some really steep old-fashioned stairs, old-fashioned staircase, and I was having a conversation, not looking where I'm going, and I fell down the stairs in these shoes, and I could only blame myself, but I knew that the shoes had a part to play, and now I just have a fear, not of the shoe itself, but of the combination of me in the shoes. Anyways, we're gonna overcome that fear this winter and just not go to venues where there are old staircases that you might take a tumble down, and definitely not on rainy days, and definitely not when alcohol is involved. Those are the 3 things that we will not be doing. I also had my eye on the Demonia, I think it's the 52 shakers, which are the same except they've got a lace up detail in the front, or the Demonia 72, which are the ankle version lace up, but like same style. I could have got those two mixed up, but there's like a small part of me that regrets not getting one of those styles, just for the pure fact that I like a little bit of a more hardware look on my shoes, and these kind of don't have any detail on them, and I just feel like because I do like wearing pants with them so much, it could be nice to have a little detail on the shoe itself. But you know what, no regrets. I do love them. I'm never gonna part ways with them. And yeah, okay, now we're gonna start with my least frequently worn style of shoes, which are probably sandals. And the reason for this is purely just because I take time to get into summer and actually decide to show my feet to the world. I don't hate sandals, but they're definitely not my first choice, if I can say that. Starting off, we have got... Okay, I feel like these shoes are either ones that you love or you hate, or you're one of the people that owns a pair that understands why you own a pair. They're the Birkenstock Arizonas with the black leather, obviously, and I bought these in 2015. I was in a very different phase in my life, which is why I justified spending this money, but I don't regret it, and I'll tell you why. These shoes have lasted me since 2015, and they will continue to last me, and I will not have to buy another pair of this style. I will not have to buy another pair of this brand, and I actually don't hate these shoes. Even though I do hate them, I don't, it's a love-hate situation. And the reason why I don't hate them is because they are super good for beach days. They are also super good with a good sock. I am a proud supporter of Birkenstocks and socks. I think it's cute. I think it's comfy. I wear it around the house. I do not care, and it's a happy time. It makes me feel good. I would recommend these as a good beach shoe that are timeless. They might be ugly, but it's like in a cute way. They're like cute ugly. So frequency of wear, I'm gonna say these are high frequency of wear for me because I have worn these to many a festival, many a beach, and many days around the house with my socks and felt very happy in them. Comfort level, I'm gonna give them an absolute 10 because there is no denying the comfort of a Birkenstock. They're insanely comfortable. They fit your foot like a glove, and once you get the little buckles to be the exact right size of your foot, you do not slide out of them. I've never fallen, I've never slipped. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 for the Birkenstock. Okay guys, so the next pair are these sandals. These are like a chunky black sandal. I got these from Cotton On, probably in 2020. These are kind of a Doc Marten dupe of the Clarissa style sandal, if I'm not mistaken. And the reason why I picked these ones up and not the Doc Marten ones is because I just couldn't justify spending the money on the original ones, especially when we don't exactly have the option to try them on in store here, which is sad because I really do want a pair of Doc Marten sandals, but it's just not gonna happen if I can't try the shoe on to see if it, firstly, I like it, and secondly, if it fits. And there are so many cute styles in the Doc Marten ones, so I'm just way too confused. I can't make my mind up. So when I saw these, I was really happy because it's the best of both worlds. They are super comfortable. Frequency of wearing, I'm gonna give these a relatively high, between medium and high frequency of wearing, because I do wear them all through the summer. These are my go-to sandal in the summer. These are the ones that I think are the cutest. These are the ones that I enjoy styling the most, and they're also very comfortable. I will give a comfort level of 8. I wouldn't recommend wearing these to anything with water because they can get a little bit slippery, and I noticed my feet like sliding forward, and that wasn't super good. But yeah, otherwise these are super cool. Someone suggested long ago on one of my videos that I should try socks socks and like a gladiator sandal, and I mean this is the closest that I have to a gladiator sandal, so I tried it for this video, just a little try it on. I don't 100% know if it looks cute. I feel like with a higher platform that would be way more my vibe, and I'll probably wear that like out the house, and I think it'll be super cute. But these are just a little bit like flat, so I don't know if they quite suit the sock look. But yeah, these are super cute. I really do like them. If I say cute one more time. Okay, next up we have got another cotton on dupe of a Doc Martens sandal. These are a dupe of the Blair Slide Doc Martens, and again, just I saw them and I was like, are these cotton on? I'm talking absolute shit. These are not cotton on. These I actually got from Superbalist. The reason why I really like these is because you can just slide them on, slide them off. They have a little bit more of like a chunky vibe, and I really like the buckle detail. Like, I got these last year, so 2022 Christmas, and I'm gonna give these frequency of wear. I'm gonna give them a medium frequency just because I've also had them for very short. But not just that, I had to size up in these, which is very unusual for me. I'm just a standard size 5 in all my shoes. Anyways, and then these I had to size up, and funnily enough, they still kind of cause a little bit of my heel to hang off. So for that reason, I just don't wear them as much as I thought I would wear them, but I still love them. I still think they're really nice. They're really cool. In terms of comfort, I'm gonna give these a 7 because they're not comfortable, but they're not uncomfortable either. And then the last pair of shoes in my sandal collection are these. These are a shoe that I got from Topshop in 2015 or 16. Every time I look at them, I'm like, these are so cool. Like, I like these when I look at them off my foot, but then as soon as I put them on my foot, I just don't like them that much. And I think it's down to this peep toe thing. It's just, yeah, it's not the most flattering in the world, in my opinion, especially because they're flat, and then to have like a little peep toe, I don't know. I don't know if I'm just like overthinking the whole thing, but I do like them. But you can see these are in like very good condition because I have not worn these a lot at all. And the reason for that is just because they are not the most comfortable. Like, I feel like if I did step wrong on a stone or something, like my ankle will go over, and they are kind of like bricks. Like, there's no cushion to these whatsoever. And then obviously, just because the strap goes here, a bit of an awkward spot on the foot, it does kind of dig into the side of your feet. But I have got hope that I will wear these at some point. Otherwise, I might have to sell them because I've been sitting in my cupboard for too long. I have worn these to like some occasions, you know, I don't know, dinner, places where you sit down a lot, basically. Let me know if you think I should sell them or if I should try and style these. All right, next we're gonna move on to my sneakers. Surprisingly, I have the most different styles in this category, and I think it's mainly because I worked in the service industry for 4 years, and sneakers were my go-to shoe every time I worked because they're so comfortable and light, and yeah, it was just the best option. Starting off strong, these are the Vans Old Schools, and I don't think you will believe me if I tell you that these are my second pair because of how freaking wrecked they are. And yeah, I have worn my sneakers to absolute death, so most of them look like this. I should probably do something to try and like get the yellow off if I actually want to wear these in like public ever again. I just got these at the Vans store in 2014 or 13. Like I said, these are my second pair. The first pair I got in 2012. Those lasted me 2 or 3 years. I then had them like overlapping, and then I decided that, you know, why did I have 2 pairs of the same sneaker? One for, well, I actually do know. The one was for like partying and going to clubs, and the other one was for like fashion purposes, and I didn't want to have the same pair. Does that make sense? Anyways, I will give these. I don't wear these anymore just because they look how they do, but I don't want to give them to charity because I just don't want to buy another pair of them, so I'd rather just hold on to the pair that I have. I don't know if that makes any sense. I'd say frequency probably really high because I used to wear them a lot. Now I don't wear them so much, so we'll go medium frequency. I will rate these in terms of comfort. I'm gonna give these a 10 out of 10 because you can't really fault a Van. Like, they're comfortable out the box and they're comfortable for the entirety of their lifespan. Next up, I have the Vans Slip-On 4 Classics, and these are my more recent pair of Vans. I got these in London in 2019, and I have absolutely no regrets about getting these. It took me a while to start wearing these shoes, but now they've become like one of my go-to sneakers. I just love that you can like just slip them straight on with like an all black outfit. These just look really sick. I definitely wear these to like go grocery shopping, go to friends' houses, go to gigs, that sort of thing. Actually, I lie, not gigs. I don't take my white shoes to gigs anymore because I've realized that's just a bad idea. idea. I really like these. They're super cool. You can wear them with a sock, without a sock, whichever floats your boat. Frequency of wear, I would say it was pretty low when I first got them because I just didn't really know how to style them, and I just had other ones that I would rather wear. Now I would say I wear them pretty high on the frequency scale. Comfort wise, these are a 10. You can't fault them. They are light as a feather, super comfy, super easy to slip on and off. Next up were my absolute ride or die sneakers. I loved these shoes and you can see why. So these were the were like they're dead. No, they are the Vans skate high sneakers, and as you can tell and see that I have worn these to absolute death as well. They're doing the same kind of like yellowy orange effect on the white sole, which I'm not loving at all. I've obviously worn these outdoors and in mud and in dirt and stuff. Yeah, these are looking a little bit worse for wear. I think out of any Vans shoe, I would get these again because I just like their structure. I love the high top. I love the fact that they're black and white. So that little bit of like contrast. I really like these shoes. But personally, I just don't think they fit into my personal style as much as they used to fit into my personal style, which is why I'm just holding on to these for those odd occasions where I do want to wear them rather than going out and buying a whole new pair. Frequency of wear, super high. I have worn these to absolute death, and I got these also at the Vans store in Cape Town. They are extremely comfortable. 10 out of 10, can't fault. Because I liked the skate highs so much, I also got a black pair, and surprisingly I don't wear these very often at all. These are from New York in 2015 or 16, and then that must mean I got these first. I have absolutely no idea. I'm now super confused. Anyways, these are also really cool, really comfortable, but I just don't reach for them as often as I did the black and white ones, and I think it's just because they're just an all black sneaker. Like, they don't really add or detract from any outfit. They kind of just are what they are. But I did use these a lot when I was in service industry, and I feel like they are a good sneaker to have for when you just like don't feel like making an effort and still want to look kind of put together. And I kind of like the like tomboyish vibe about them. And I'd say frequency is very low, unfortunately. I've only worn these like a handful of times, but they are very comfortable, and I'll give them a 9. And the only reason why I'm giving them a 9 is because they don't have as much support as the other styles. These are much softer. The canvas is much thinner for some reason. For that reason, I just didn't reach for them as often as I did my other pair. Okay, we have finally reached the last pair of Vans in my sneaker collection. These are the Vans Authentics. These are the 4-hole ones, and these are super cute. I actually really like these. I got these in 2017. These were the lower cost end of most Vans styles, and because I was like a complete Vans head, I just really had to have these as part of my collection. I would say the frequency of wearing are like pretty medium. These definitely were never my first choice to like grab out the cupboard, but I do enjoy wearing them, and I have worn them a handful of times. As you can see, they've got a good amount of discoloration. I'll give these a 8 out of 10 on the comfort level, because once again, they don't have as much support as the other shoes, but they do have very good grip, which coincides with all Vans styles as they are skating shoes. So yeah, I really like these still. I think they're cute, and they're really cute with like summer dresses, like little floral dresses, and definitely a summer sneaker though. I got these in Cape Town at the Vans store. Next up, we have got these beige Nike Air Force Ones. I got these from Superbalist in Cape Town, so I bought them online, and I initially bought them because I had the Air Force One high tops, the white ones, back in 2014, and I really loved those, and I wore them to absolute death, and they got wrecked. So I thought, you know what, why not try the low top ones, and let's like totally go out of my comfort zone and get like a beige color for some reason, which is very strange because I literally do not wear this color ever. And so for that reason, the frequency of wear has been more on the medium side. They are super comfortable, and I also used to do my service industry jobs in these shoes. However, they just don't really go with any of my clothes, but I do use these shoes now as my like exercise running shoes, because those were also completely wrecked, and I do not feel like buying a new pair of exercise shoes, especially since I do most of my exercise now at home. So yeah, yeah, I just use these for when I go for like walks or runs. Probably not the best for running, but they're comfortable enough. And on that note, they are super comfortable. I'll give these a 9. They are like cushions on your feet. They're super padded and they're also quite warm, which is nice. So yeah, they have good insulation. Tongue is super padded, and yeah, I actually think they're more comfortable. The suede is more comfortable than the sort of like leather of the Air Force Ones. But yeah, not bad, but more of a functional shoe than anything else. Next up on the list, we've got the Converse Chuck Taylor All-Stars in monochrome. These are the high tops. I had no idea that these were called Chuck Taylors. Whenever someone said, oh, Chuck Taylors, I did not think that this was a Chuck Taylor, but apparently it is. So you learn something new every day, I guess. These I got absolutely ages ago. I think I got them in 2012, maybe 2011, I'm not sure. Surprisingly in good condition for having them so long. They are actually very worn down, so I did used to wear these a bunch. I'll be honest, I do not wear these at all, ever anymore. They just don't do it for me personally. I would rather wear the Vans, if I'm gonna be honest. I have thought about, you know, why is it, and I think it's because it's the monochromatic. I think I do actually prefer a black and white sneaker as opposed to just like an all black sneaker, and it just adds a little bit of definition to the foot, especially when there's like no platform or nothing like that. But yeah, these don't really fit into my personal style anymore, and personally I don't find them the most comfortable shoe ever. They are quite hard and like low on the ground, so it almost feels like you're walking barefoot. So for that reason, I would say low frequency. Sure, I wore them a lot when I got them, but that was ages ago, and yeah, they just are not the most comfortable. So I would say I'll give these a 6. I feel like I have forgotten to rate some of the damn shoes. I hope that is not the case. Anyways, a 6. And the last pair of sneakers that I have to show you are, these are the Chuck Taylor All-Star platforms in canvas. I got these in London in 2018 and I love these. I wear them quite often. I would say these are my summer sneaker. I think they look really cute. I love the fact that they have a platform. I wear these pretty frequently. I probably wear them on the higher end. Sometimes I do wear them in winter if it is like a warmer winter day. And in terms of comfort, I'm gonna give these a 7.5 just because they are comfortable. They don't hurt my feet. They never have hurt my feet. However, when wearing them for long periods of time and walking far distances, you do start to feel your feet start to like hang a little bit, just because I don't think Converse were made to be the softest shoes on earth. They are quite hard and then like soft, so it's like it's a strange combination, but I do really like them and they're not the worst in terms of comfort. But yeah, I'll definitely give these a 7.5. And then the last category, we are finally here, and this is the shoes category, or Brogues. I don't know what to actually call this category, so I'm just gonna call it shoes. Starting off strong, we have got the Doc Marten 1461 quads. These I ordered on ASOS in 2021, and I really love these shoes. They look so cute with girly outfits. I love wearing them with like short dresses, short skirts, and long pants that kind of cover the shoe. I don't love wearing them with wide cropped pants, and I don't love wearing them with long skirts, but that's just my personal preference. I wear these an absolute ton. I'm gonna give them a sort of medium to high. The reason why is just because they took a second for me to adapt to, because I have to wear either really thick socks with these or double up on my socks, and it's because they're surprisingly a little bit loose, and I did everything like, you know, tighten them, whatever, but they still, like, my heel still sometimes slips out of the back, which can be very annoying. I do find myself wearing these shoes when the weather is a little bit cooler, so I can layer like stockings and socks and all that stuff. But yeah, I love these. I think they're so cool. I love the school shoe vibe that they give. Then the last pair of Doc Martens that I have to show out of my collection, and my most recent shoe purchase, is the Doc Marten Beth Ann's. I waited for so long for these to come back into stock because they were out of stock for absolutely years, and the anticipation was very real because I kept seeing them on Pinterest. I wear these a ton. I wear these loads. I think these look so cool with all kinds of pants. Looks great with long skirts, looks great with short skirts. But now that I have both the 1461 quads, I do prefer to just wear those with the short skirts because I kind of like the contrast that it gives with like something quite feminine, like something like a little more masculine. And these have more of like pretty kind of a aesthetic, I guess. These are so easy to style, and I love wearing them with like the little white socks. There's no limit. The limit does not exist. I will give these on the frequency rating very high. I wear these a lot. I've worn them a lot since I got them. They're starting to break in, which is awesome. I will give these, in terms of comfort, a 7.5, because maybe a 7, just to be realistic, because in the beginning they hurt my feet. Like this buckle on top of my foot bone, whatever that bone is, like on the top of your foot, it caused me some heartache, and it's much better now because I'm getting used to it. But I have just realized that a thicker sock is what we need to wear, and don't try walk like long distances. It's a build-up situation. You have to wear them in short little spurts before you can run a marathon in these shoes. So yeah, that is pretty much the lowdown on these shoes, but I absolutely love them, and if you've been thinking about getting them, I would recommend that you do. The next pair are another pair of Mary Janes, and it is these little Mary Janes, little patent leather or fake leather Mary Janes, and these are from Amazon. I got these in 2021, and I really just wanted a very feminine Mary Jane, something that kind of reminded me of a shoe that I wore when I was a kid, and I didn't want to spend a whole bunch of money. I couldn't actually find the style that I was looking for in South Africa, so I just took to Amazon and I was like, let's just try it. Frequency of wear, I'm going to put these on the lower to medium end of the spectrum because I just don't reach for them as often as I would have hoped I would reach for them. And I think partially I just don't love the fact that the buckle isn't actually a buckle. To me, this just is irritating. It's more of a slide hook thing, which that's not practical, and I just don't understand why they couldn't just make a real buckle. Anyways, I will give these a 6 out of 10 for comfort. They're not the most comfortable. My toe kind of touches the front, even though I did do the full measurements and stuff, but I still do think they look really cute, and I have worn them to dinners and stuff like that. So 6 out of 10, definitely. And then the last shoe that I have to show you is the Brothel Creepers, or just Creepers. I got these in 2011 when I went to London. I got these at a place called Underground London. I was obsessed with these. These could rank as one of my most worn shoes just because of how much I wore them during those years. And this was like very much me in my Tumblr era. Everyone was in their Tumblr era, and I had to have these shoes when I was there because I don't go overseas every day, and it was my moment and my opportunity to snatch these up. And yeah, so I wore these a ton. They're actually unfortunately a size too big for me. I don't know why I got a size 6. There's like something inside me that really wants to bring these back. I am aware that these are hit and miss. I've seen some mixed reviews in terms of just the aesthetic of these shoes. They have this animal fur vibe. Anyways, these are super comfortable despite being a little bit too big and having a little bit too much breathing room. They are very comfortable still. I'll give these a 8.5 out of 10. Frequency was extremely high of wearing, but less so in these later years. But hey, who knows? I am fully committed to putting energy into resurrecting some of my old shoes so that they don't just sit in the back of my cupboard. Alrighty guys, we've made it to the end of my shoe tour. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments if you have any of the shoes that I mentioned, and if you agree with any of the things that I said about them. What's your favorite pair of shoes? I would love to hear. Leave a like if you enjoyed this kind of a video, and subscribe if you want to see more fashion and sustainable fashion related content. I will be seeing you in the near future for another video. Anyways, see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye. Missing someone.